Yo, what's up? It's Jacob and Bonnie from fitnesslevelup.com, and we're just here to give you a little bit of a rundown on our quarantine workout. I'm sure many of you guys are in the same boat as us. We've got really limited equipment at home. We just wanted to give you a bit of an overview of what we're doing and how we're getting around this whole quarantine affair. Monday starts with chest, shoulders and triceps. So it's the old classic upper body push day. And so for this one, we start with the overhead lateral raises. So overhead lateral raises is one of my favorite warm-ups because it really warms up that outer deltoid, the front deltoid, and of course the upper back. So that's actually one of my big weak points, and for me, I really like to pre-fatigue it. So I like to use this as a warm-up to pre-fatigue that upper back, so it's going to be engaged throughout the rest of my session to provide stability to my upper body.
As well as rotator.
Oh yeah, band extensions.
Yeah, band extensions, yeah.
Yep. And shoulder dislocations with the old band, they're a really good one too. And all of this is actually contained within the old Fitness Level Up program. Anyway, that's a bit of a plug. So, so the next up, we've got dumbbell side raises. The reason I've structured the program in this manner is to pre-fatigue these small muscles, so the deltoids for me, before we get into the major movements. It means we don't have to go quite so heavy. So I'm starting with the side raises, just the plain old dumbbell side raises. You do those as well, darling? Mm-hmm. And how many sets do you normally do with these ones?
Usually 4 sets of 12 to 15 reps, quite high.
So because we're in the quarantine period, like I said, I do actually really high sets and reps for these, basically for all of these movements, because we're so limited with what we can do. So for me, I'm doing side raises of sort of 6 to 8 sets at around 10 to 15 to even 20 reps, depending on what the weight is. And then we're straight into our major movement, which is the incline barbell press. The reason that it's incline rather than a flat bench is, again, so that we don't have to work so heavy. We can work really, really hard on a moderate weight and in a far more comfortable fashion during this quarantine lockdown. So I'm doing anywhere between 5 to 10 sets here and anywhere between 10 to 20 reps. Again, I'm doing plenty of volume.
Yeah,
what about
same.
you?
Yeah, very similar. Yeah, definitely not heavyweight for chest workouts. Keeping it nice and high reps.
Then I'm finishing off the chest movements, if you will, with just plain old flies. Again, I'm doing pretty high sets here, 5 to 7 sets of around 12 to 15 reps, really trying to focus on that muscle activation. And really, I should have mentioned that earlier, muscle activation and getting a pump really is the main focus of this entire workout. It's not working really, really heavy. It's not really trying to isolate our movements too much. It's really just purely focusing on muscle activation.
Yeah.
So finally, the very last movement of the whole day is the overhead tricep extensions. The triceps have already been pre-fatigued throughout the workout. We've already done some pressing. We've already done some shoulder movements. I'm not overly worried here, but I'm still doing pretty high volume. So 5 to 7 sets, 12 to 15 reps for the overhead extensions as well. Okay, so next we're on to the old back and biceps workout. So this is the old upper body pull day. This one we're starting with a really cheeky movement, which is our narrow grip chin-ups with the easy bar positioned through the manhole in the roof of our garage. So you've got to get creative with these sorts of workouts. I'd love a chin-up bar. I'd love a wide chin-up bar. That would be ideal, but we're working with what we've got. So how many sets and reps are you doing on these?
I'm doing about 4 to 5 sets of just MRAP, which can be 10 to 12 to 15 if I'm using an assisted band.
So I do exactly the same thing. I'm doing 5 sets of AMRAP, hoping to get out plenty of reps by the end. But let's be honest though, because it's an AMRAP, those first couple of sets are pretty high reps, and then they drop off towards the end. But that's okay. That's okay. This is our big major movement, and it's going to pre-fatigue our biceps for the rest of the workout anyway. Next, we've got the barbell bent over rows. Again, I'm not working very heavy on this one either, although lots of people like to work this one heavy, and we probably could work it heavy. I'd rather work volume, get that pump, get that activation, really focusing on what portions of the back that I really want to hit. And for me, that's my lats when I'm doing this one.
No, I'm like the other people. I like to go heavy.
Yep.
I do about probably like 6 to 8 reps. I'll warm up, of course, doing 10 to 12 to 15 reps, and then 3 working sets of 6 to 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm doing high reps, high volume on this one still. I'm doing 5 to 7 sets, 10 to 12 reps minimum. Again, like I said, I'm not going heavy. Okay, so next up we've got the dumbbell bent over rows. So these ones I do like to work them heavy, like the old croc rows. I'm not even putting my knee up, I'm purely leaning on the bar for me, and I'm working this one as heavy as I can. Fortunately, we've got these wide dumbbells that can fit Olympic plates to them, so I can work this one reasonably heavy. What about you, darling? How are you doing this one?
I'm doing them nice and light, so I'm doing about 4 sets of 12 to 15 reps.
Yeah, beauty. I'm trying to do 3 to 4 sets of around AMRAP, basically. And when I say AMRAP, even though they're single arm, I start with my weak arm. If my weak arm gets, say, 15 reps, then my strong arm is going to stop at 15 reps as well. We're not going to continue to get stronger on our strong points, or at least I'd hope not. The next one is our reverse fly. I love this movement. I really like working this one to high rep ranges and really working on the weak points in our back. And for me, that's all through that thoracic area and that upper back, lower portion of our traps. So I'm working this one about the same as always, 4 to 5 sets, 12 to 15 reps. What about you?
Yeah, same. I'd like to get the squeeze in the upper back for these ones.
Yep. And really, it's all about the contraction for this movement for me. The negative portion of the movement, I don't think is quite as important as a contraction. And then we're finishing that workout off with just the old classic alternating bicep curls. Mm-hmm. How many sets and reps are you doing on that one?
I started off doing higher rep because we don't have that much weight. But then usually towards the end, I'll like the last 2 sets, I'll try and go heavier. And about 10 reps, 8 to 10 reps with the heavyweight and the lightweight, usually 15 to 20.
Yeah, beauty. Yeah. Again, I'm sticking to the same old standard high volume. I'm doing around 5 sets of 15 to 20 reps on these ones. Yeah. All right, then we're into the legs. Major session of the whole week, I reckon, the old leg workout. But you start with hip thrusters on these ones.
Yes, yeah. I like to get that glute activation, warm the glutes up, get them fired up, but then they'll be nice and warm for squats afterwards. I love a good hip thrust. You don't hip thrust, do you?
No, I don't do any hip thrusts myself, but what sort of sets and reps are you doing?
I'm doing around 5 to 6 sets of usually 10 to 12 reps.
Okay, and you're gradually increasing the weight?
Yes, yeah.
Yep, okay.
Yep.
So I'm going straight into back squats for me. I do a couple of warm-ups on the bar, then I just gradually go upwards, and I only work to about 5 to 6 sets of back squats of around 15 to 20 reps. You know, I might climb that up a little bit higher to 25 reps if I'm feeling particularly frisky at the very end of the workout and I want to make sure I'm finished. But otherwise, that's basically my leg workout, is the back squat. And, you know, it's called the king of the exercises for a reason, and I'm all for it. What about you, darling? How are you training the back squat?
I keep it quite high rep as well. Usually 4 to 5 sets, 2 warm-ups, 3 working of either front squats if I want to do my quads, or back if I want to do something different, and usually 12 to 15 reps.
Yeah, beauty.
15 reps.
Yeah, beauty. So I finish off with deadlifts here, and Bonnie's got the deadlifts going here. How many reps and sets do you do with the deads?
Stiff-legged deadlifts, I'm doing usually 4 sets of 10 to 12 reps. I usually like to stay in that range.
Yeah, beauty. I'm just doing dumbbell stiff-leggers when I've got enough gas left after the back squats, just to make sure the old hamstrings are completely fried. I don't find that the quads need anything additional. They're generally pretty cactus from those squat sessions, but the hamstrings can often use some more work. But that said, the glute ham chain, so the spinal erectors and the glutes, often get pretty fatigued from that squat session, so I don't go too hard on these deadlifts. That's basically it for the entire workout. On Thursday, we're into cardio and boxing. Friday, for me, is a repeat of Monday. Is it the same for you? Monday, which being the push day, the upper body push day?
Yes, similar. And then Saturday, I do legs again. I'll do 2 leg workouts a week.
Yep, whereas Saturday for me, I'm back to my upper body pull session, so the back and bicep session. I'm basically doing the same session again, although I may switch up the priority. So I mentioned that I generally like to make the chin-ups the priority on the Tuesday. Maybe I'll make the bent over row the priority on the Saturday. But that's about it, really. Do you do much different for your Saturday leg workout then?
No, not really. Just squats, hip thrusts, and deadlifts.
Beauty. And then on Sunday, cardio and boxing again. That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
So, yeah, let us know if that helps. Doesn't help? You got any suggestions on how we can improve it? recommendations, you want to hear about it, that's all good. We can
Questions if you want to know more about.
Yeah, absolutely. Or why we're doing the certain things. Yeah. But otherwise, hopefully we're going to be out of this lockdown soon. We're going to be back into the proper gym sessions.
Let's hope so.
All right, fingers crossed. All right, guys, see you all later.
See ya.